Hi everyone, this is Phil Travis here at SCF. EUH 2032, it is week 10. This week we have readings and discussions. I have a really cool film up for you. There's no quiz or anything like this week, not like that this week. We have our graded discussion forum as usual. We have some really interesting reading. I want you to be looking at Zeller Part 5 in entirety. Particularly, though, I want you to probably give a little more focus to the War of the Pacific. We have some really fascinating stuff to read, not only from Zeller, but also from Madison. I want you to look at Madison Chapter 6 and Chapter 3, particularly focusing on aspects of the Pacific, the use of the atomic bomb. Excuse me. This week. So, next week we'll be talking about historical memory, and I'll be reading again from the Madison book. But for this week, read Madison chapter 3 and 6 and read as much of part 5 of Zeller as you can, paying particular focus on the Pacific theater of war and the uses of the atomic bombs. All right, that should be pretty enough for this week. Short announcement for the factoid this week. Your extra credit factoid. So hopefully everybody, we have 2 more of these. Get your 10 free points on one of your exams by the end of the term. The factoid for this week is this. During World War II, the ration that the United States military initially gave to its soldiers in the Pacific theater was called KLIM. K-L-I-M. It's milk spelled backwards. And it was a powdered milk. And it was given to soldiers in the Pacific theater as part of the ration that they received. It was a powdered milk. It was later, KLIM was later given to the Red Cross, and the Red Cross used this form of powdered milk to provide higher caloric intake for prisoners of war, particularly German prisoners of war. At the end of the war. So the factoid for this week is KLIM, K-L-I-M, the powdered milk that was originally used as part of the jungle ration of soldiers in the Pacific theater, and was also used by the Red Cross to feed German prisoners of war at the end of the war. All right, guys, let's have a great week. I've got a film up for you on the Pacific Theater. So in addition to my recorded lecture, which deals with the end of the war in Europe and in the Pacific, I also have another film up there. It's about 50 minutes long. Remember, it doesn't come along every day that you get to take a class in the history of World War II. We're all, part of the human community. We're all connected. We're all involved in the same historical process. So we're all connected. And that's one of the amazing things about history. And so I hope everybody takes the opportunity, don't mail it in this week, or any week for that matter. Use the materials provided to gain the greatest understanding of this past, to immerse yourself in the past as best as possible.